88.3 FM, WXOU, Auburn Hills, Michigan. My name is Chelsea Bossert, and I am the music director for WXOU, and I'm here with America's local band, Cheekface.
Hello.
Let's go.
Hi.
You folks look like you're pumped to be here.
Woo!
Welcome, everybody. Just to start off, we're going to go around saying, like, what my name is, and I play, I don't know, stuff like that. So let's start with Mandy.
Hi, I'm Mandy. I play bass and I write the songs with Greg.
What's up? It's Greg from America's local band Cheekface, and I play guitar and I sing Such As It Is, and I write the songs with Mandy.
Hi, I'm Echo from America's local band Cheekface. I play drums and I record the songs with Greg and Mandy.
Hello, I am AJ from America's local band Cheekface, and I play keys and percussion on tour with America's local band Cheekface.
Awesome. Well,
Awesome job, AJ.
yeah. All right, well, you guys are on tour right now with Young Gatita. You're touring all across the U.S., and you've had a few shows in the U.K., right?
Yeah, we just got back from a tour a couple weeks ago in the UK.
Nice. Is this your first guys? Is this your guys' first like big country nation spanning tour, or have you guys like headlining tour?
No, this is
Really?
our maybe third. Yeah, we've kind of toured the US a couple times now.
Yeah. So with that, you get a lot of experiences. And what's your guys' favorite like touring experience? I mean, I don't know if you can like discern that right now, but
So last year we were in Philly,
mm-hmm.
and we needed to get an oil change, so I drove the van to Pep Boys, and I took it to the Pep Boys, and they took it up on the thingy, and then they were like, "Oh, bad news! It needs like not an oil change. It needs like $1,500 worth of repairs, and also we're not gonna have the parts for like 3 days." And then I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, maybe you should just give it back." And they were like, "Oh no, we can't do that. It's too much of a liability." So then I called Echo, and I was like, "Echo, I need help." And we went to the Pep Boys together, and then Echo went out and called Ford Motor Co. to be like, "How do we fix this?" And they were like, "Oh, it's no big deal. It's like a $40 part. It's like a $60 repair." And
So
then we were
these
like,
guys were like extorting you.
yeah. And then the friendly manager of the Pep Boys was like on his personal cell phone while he was also working, and on his personal cell phone he was talking to someone and saying, "I didn't expletive him up. He could still walk after." And he said I expletived him up. No, he was still walking. And then a call came in on the like customer phone, and he put it on speaker, and the customer was like, "Hey, I need to get my windshield repaired. It's cracked. Can I take it to you guys?" And he was like, "No, if you leave it here, someone else will break the window." And then they were like, "Well, what should I do?" And he was like, "Take it to Safe Light." And the customer was like, "Take it to where?" And then he was like, Safe Light. She was like, "Take it to where?" And I'm standing there listening to this conversation on speakerphone. And then I'm like, "Safe Light repair, Safe Light replace." And the store manager is like, "Yeah, that's it. That Safe Light, like the song." And I'm like, "Yeah, SAFELITE." And she's like, "Okay." And then he hangs up. And the store manager looks at me and is like, "How does she not know what Safe Light is?" And I'm like, "Bro, that's what I'm saying. The jingle and everything." And then he's like, "All right, well, good news. We can fix this for like $65. So anyways, that's one of those great things that happen to you when you're on tour in America's local band Cheekface.
Yes. So, oh my God, where do I even go after that?
You go to Safe Light.
Yeah.
Safe Light
my
repair,
gosh.
Safe Light replace.
As from like that question, I could discern like you're an incredibly charismatic lead vocalist and you're an incredibly charismatic guy. Where does all this pizzazz come from? Has this been all like natural throughout your life, or is this just like something you've channeled through making music?
I went to pizzazz school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. This is Cheekface. No, I'm kidding. Oh my gosh.
I think I learned it in college radio, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when you like you try to push play on something and then it doesn't play for some reason, and then you're like, oh no, I have to do something. So you just turn the mic on, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna just start talking until I figure out whatever's going on here. And you say your station ID real quick. You're like, hey, what's up, everybody? It's Greg. You listen to WXOU. Thank you for tuning into my show. This last couple of tracks you heard of blah, 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 blah. And like, oh, did you guys hear about this thing or that thing that happened? And in the meantime, you're like clattering with the buttons trying to figure out whatever is supposed to be happening. And then you're like, okay, I got to just keep talking. I just got to keep going. I got to have a little story that I might be able to tell if it comes to that. We were in Chicago a couple of days ago, and before the show, me and AJ were talking, and I was like, AJ, sometime something is going to go wrong, and I'm going to have to step away from the mic, and then you're going to have to sing a cover of Beverly Hills by Weezer to kill time. And he was like, why would that ever happen? And then I was like, you never know. It might just happen. And then 2 songs into that set in Chicago, it was the biggest show we've ever played, 700 people at the Bottom Lounge, sold out. And 2 songs in, middle of Popular 2, guitar cable just stops working. And it's hard to figure out what's going wrong when that happens. So I just grabbed another cable, plugged it in, and I was like, I'll fix this after. Played the rest of the song, and then like I tried to figure it out like a few songs later when there was like a little set break, couldn't figure it out, and I was like, AJ.
And it went down. It was sick. People loved it. I was really scared that I was going to start singing it and everyone was just going to stare at me like glossy-eyed, like not understanding what was happening. But we made it through the first verse, and then I sang the chorus like 5 or 6 times because I forgot the words to the second verse. But it was really cool.
And like, I don't know. When I interned on the college station, the show I interned for was called Radio Filibuster, and I was like, Radio Filibuster, why do you call it that? And they were like, well, when something goes wrong, you just turn the mic on and start talking as long as you have to. That's a filibuster. And I was like, filibuster? And they're like, yeah, like Mr. Smith goes to Washington. He just goes out on the floor of Congress. He just starts talking and won't stop. Radio Filibuster. I was like, I bet.
Bet. So, yeah, you talk about like the Chicago show and like that past experience you had in Philly. On Twitter, there was a lot of hubbub about like a show in Boise, Idaho. Can you tell us about that Boise, Idaho show?
Echo, you want to tell them about the Boise, Idaho show?
It freaking rocked.
Thanks, Siri.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Siri. All right.
Here, take this.
It ended up being one of the coolest shows of this tour. It was extremely lit. Everyone went so hard. But starting out, the ticket sales were very slow. And we got a little nervous.
We're talking like 2 tickets.
Very slow, I guess, not a little slow. And so then when Greg started like tweeting the updates about how many tickets sold for different shows, what was sold out and whatnot, people were like, what's going on in Boise? And Greg was like, 2 tickets. And then it just sort of became a bit, kind of like poking a little fun at Boise or like challenging them. And we were like, if we get to 50 tickets sold, there'll be free cake for everybody at merch. And lo and behold, we got to 50. We got beyond 50. We had cake, and it was a super fun show. We love Boise.
I mean, free cake. How can you not resist? Let alone Cheekface, free cake. You know, if you don't come to the show for the Cheekface, you come to the show for the free cake.
Got him.
But you have an incredible connection with your fans. You've become a true indie darling cult hit band. Was this connection with your base always as a parent, or was this did it cultivate over time?
I don't know. What do you think, Mandy?
I have a really, really strong connection to my bass. Sorry. Yeah, I feel like when Greg and I got together, we were both wanting to kind of just want to write some fun music and just talk about what's going on in our lives and how we're doing. And I think we didn't know that it would reach the amount of people that it did. In the end, you're just like, oh, I feel this way. Who knows if anyone else feels this way? Let's just talk about it. Let's put it in some lyrics. And then it, I guess, hit a chord. A lot of people were feeling that way through all of this, turmoil that we've been through in the past couple years, and it just came out that way.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to the next question. I'm jumping around here. You guys are really getting me on my toes here. So, Greg, you and Mandy write a lot about seemingly mundane things like taking things out to the dumpster, recycling, graduate school, the human body and its complicated set of emotions. Is it a challenge to try to make songs that are catchy but also painfully relatable?
I mean, you write what you know,
Mm-hmm.
What we know is politics, indigestion, the mundanity of daily life. So, yeah, that's it. I think, to me, as a songwriter, and I think Mandy too, the real challenge of a song is for it to be catchy, to take whatever you're saying and crystallize it into something that is memorable. And so, that's kind of that's the fun part, trying to I don't know, hit the jump shot or whatever. It's you're okay, I got yes, it's fun to just play, but it's also fun to nail a jump shot. And so, we're just trying to nail the jump shot by just making it catchy enough to remember. And it's not always how the songs go. A lot of them are just we're just going to say what we're going to say. And the point of the song isn't to be catchy, but I think, to get them there kind of feels I don't know. Yeah.
No, that's a good answer. No, seriously. A question that I really wanted to know, and not just, for journalistic virtue or whatever. Who does the art for all the records?
That would be me.
Oh my God. It's so good, though.
I do all the art, all the merch, all the visuals. Yeah. Stage design.
The amazing, if we can put it up on the screen. Sorry. It's on the screen. We can put it up on the screen. The Cheekface stage plot, I don't know if we're at liberty to give that out, but it's essentially a bunch of dogs playing instruments. And
I can't take credit for that, though. That was great.
What? Oh my God. You guys have steadily grown over time. What has your experiences been in the music industry as a band? I mean, because you released your last record, it's sorted off label, completely self-released. What has been your experience been in the music industry?
Well, so Greg and I have been doing music for a really long time.
So is that going?
And I'm sorry. Yes, we all have been. I keep saying that. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. We've all been doing music since, we've been listening to music, we've been playing music. And so Cheekface, it kind of came through, for me at least. I had just issues with the music industry, and I just we combined, all of us have a good amount of knowledge, and we are able to just be let's do that ourselves instead of trying to get a label, instead of, trying to hire out, or we do hire out for certain things, but we're in charge of it all. We do it all, and I'm incredibly grateful to have that and to be able to do that. And we don't have to rely on a label, which I've had to do in the past, and So it goes, it's very it's fulfilling to be able to do it all and be like, yeah, this is all us.
Yeah, it's like that sweet spot of like too small that you need a label in order to push you, but not, like not signed to like Universal or whatever, It's like that sweet spot of like you can do it yourself and you're self-sufficient.
Yeah, and our music is not meant to be top 40. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's not, we don't necessarily need a major label push, we just do what we do. And it works, especially for our fan base.
Yeah. Uniquely Cheekface. Oh, yeah. Lastly, what is next for the band? What's next for Cheekface?
We're gonna go in that little room over there, and we're gonna play some songs.
Woo! Awesome. Yeah, so that's about it. What are we at? That's a wrap.
You don't want to know what animals we'd be?
Oh, okay. Okay, Maya wants to know. Okay, what animals? If you guys were animals, what animals you'd be? I'm gonna start first. I'd be a bunny.
Oh, a bunny.
I'd be a bunny as well.
Oh, jeez.
You can be a bunny too.
Can I? Yeah, can I be Thumper?
I would be a sloth.
No.
I would be a bunny.
Oh yeah, three bunnies and a sloth. Amazing. Well, that's it for us. 88.3 FM WXOU Auburn Hills, Michigan. My name is Chelsea Bossert, and I am signing off with Cheekface. Arrivederci, hasta la pasta. Keep being beautiful, you beautiful, beautiful people.